All right, he hit record, so you know what time that is. It's the 5 on 5 podcast presented to you by directmusicservice.com. Promo code 5 on 5, FIVEON, FIVE. I almost spelled it wrong. I was
You
gone for
almost
10
did.
days in Spain and almost spelled it completely fucking wrong. So good for us.
Spelled with a whole bunch of accents on top of it.
Yeah.
there
Enye. Yeah.
you go.
I'm back in town. We have a fantastic guest today. We're just going to jump right into it. It's Phenom down the street from me, Nick Lopez down the street from him, Jupiter Williams, and our very special guest today, coming to you live from Florida, St. Petersburg to be exact. Make some
St.
noise.
Pete's.
One of my favorite people on the internet. I'm just going to preface that by saying Jayda is always posting some awesome vinyl content and great memes and just genuine good DJ shit. Make some noise for Jayda Abello, ladies and gentlemen.
Boop, 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 boop,
Hi.
boop, boop, boop,
Thank
boom.
you. What a great introduction. Thanks so much.
So we were just talking about this. We found each other via DJ Edie.
Shout
Out
out.
to her,
Shout out
former
to Jade.
guest of the pod,
Friend of the
uh,
show.
friend of the pod, guest of the pod. And you are also an incredible female DJ in the vinyl DJ space. So let's just get right into that. When did you start collecting records?
Ages ago, the first record I ever bought was the Adolescent self-titled Blue album, which is
Hell
just
yeah.
a staple in California punk and still one of my favorite records to this day. I think I was 15. And I bought a crappy little portable turntable just to listen to that. And I listened only to that for a long time. Next year, when I was 16, my high school sweetheart bought me a grip of really crazy 90s like screamo and power violence and punk records for my birthday. So that's how my collection started. And they actually belonged to this artist who was from Atlanta, called Titty Bats. I don't know if you guys have ever seen him on Instagram, but he just draws these cute cartoons with like just crazy little captions and shit. Anyways, I'm sure you can guess it's kind of odd because his name is Titty Bats, but shout out Titty Bats.
Shout out.
Shout
And
out.
yeah, I just started buying and collecting punk records as a teenager. I know DJ Edie had a kind of similar tale to tell, and Victoria Rollins as well. And when I heard those episodes, I was like, okay, these are my people for sure.
Yeah. It's kind of a tribe where we're all kind of in it together. I don't know if this was the same for you, but you didn't necessarily plan on ever playing these out. It was just kind of like an at-home thing.
At home and out were very similar because I kind of always was the after party apartment growing up, like in my early 20s. We would just always like shut down the bar and then head over to my house. And in my early 20s, I dated a guy with a really impressive punk record collection. And like in the punk scene, that's very, very important to have those rare records that nobody has and just pissing contest kind of stuff. So that's where I came from as far as a collector.
Yeah.
And I just loved playing records late into the night and into the next morning. And I just decided I should be a DJ, and I fumbled and bumbled in local bars for a couple years and thought that I was really good. But now I look back and I'm like, oh my God.
Yeah. That initial
Somebody
approach
saw the
is so
vision.
great. Yeah.
Those punk songs are hard to play. They're like 2 minutes long.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like you could be playing a 12, but it's still 45 because you have to like plan something right away. You have to have something queued up. Those records are also worth a lot of fucking money now. All of those
Some of
punk
them
records.
are, yeah, for sure. And it's just, I don't know. I felt like that was my cue to become a record collector, is I just wanted to always have that collection that people would come over and be like, holy shit, like the way that I was over other people's collections. And it's crazy because as long as I have been buying records, I never feel like I have any. And the ones that I do have are not that cool. And like, it's just I never feel satiated by it ever. Do you guys feel the same?
Spot on.
Oh yeah.
Spot
Yeah,
fucking on.
absolutely.
Yeah, we know the feeling.
I'm
Very well.
laughing because that's exactly. I'm like, I don't have shit.
That's
Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't have
like,
anything.
You can be in front of a wall, and you're like,
Yeah.
oh,
There's
This is
nothing
all
here.
garbage.
Just hundreds of records. There's nothing here.
I
Like,
still need this.
Yeah. The fact that you can get inspired every single day just shows how vast the record community is. And you know, like when you go out and play with other people too, like shout out to Sundown Soul Club out here
Shout
in
out.
Vegas.
Um,
They're pulling out $1,500, 200 or $2,000 45s, and you're like,
Yeah.
this record was $1 in the dollar bin. Like, you know,
Right.
like it's such a slippery slope. You can go down the rabbit hole and spend everything. But with that being said, I want to talk about when you're playing out and you have a vast taste in music, how much is kind of conforming to the crowd? How much are you throttling back? Because you know a lot of music.
Yeah, I would say quite a bit actually. I don't feel like I have a gig right now where I can really get my shit out.
Yeah.
I am doing a radio show on Sector FM right now that I feel like I'm getting more closer to playing music that I really, really go crazy for.
Mm.
But I play for a lot of like corporate accounts. So I'm playing like a lot of that kind of music. I have a
Yeah.
hotel residency at Hotel Hyatt in Ybor City that I absolutely love. And I feel like I have influenced their whole brand, honestly, because I was kind of the weird DJ at first, but now I go in there and they're playing my songs on the house music. So
Mm.
that's a good
Hmm.
feeling. But yeah, I have been playing records out for quite a while. I've been saying 10 years for probably too long, probably closer to 15 years now.
Mm.
But my career as a DJ is quite new, probably about 3 years that I've been here. So I'm learning how to play records for people,
Hmm.
which I don't know if it was a talent that I had before. I
Right.
think I was just playing records like for me before. But yeah, I know how to make money now.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
that's
Yeah.
yeah.
good.
It's so different going from being the after party destination where you're like, hey, fuck you guys if you don't like it. Like you're at my
Yeah.
right.
spot. Like to being like, hey, is everything cool? Like, do you guys enjoy this? Or you know, like
Yeah.
it's such a delicate dance. And I've spoke with Neek and Travis on this before. Like, yes, we know a lot of music, but where can we play it? What
Right.
can we do with
Yeah.
it? You know?
Totally, totally. And I feel like
It's
I've been carving out my own little space here. Like I've just been kind of creating my own thing. And like if a client wasn't, vibing, then I was the first one to know and I didn't want to go back. Like I've played records where people were looking at me sideways and I'm like, oh, I'm just not in the right place. But now I have a better sense of how to go where I'm appreciated and people do know me as the person who will play something completely different. I'm sure you guys are familiar with the Tampa market. There's a lot of I guess like dance music
Yeah,
um, is
yeah.
like a broad paintbrush to
Good
use,
way to
but
put
like
it.
definitely a lot of house and EDM, which is not my bag. I can appreciate it, but um, people don't really tend to hire me for that because
Hmm.
there is a never-ending supply of those DJs, and I love
Hmm.
them, but I'm not one of them, and I kind of pick up all the other work that they can't get.
mm.
So
Yeah.
it's just kind of about providing that unique service.
What is your ideal venue to play music in? Like, if you had your choice, if you could set your own residency right now, what would that look like?
A rock and roll bar with deep pockets.
Fuck
Oh
Mm.
yeah.
yeah.
Mm. She's thought
Yeah.
about that one.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. The first part's
That's
so easy, or the second part is so easy, but to get those two together is like,
Yeah, that is like definitely a rarity, I feel like. But maybe not in the future. I don't know. And I feel like we have to show people like how to treat and pay us too.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
No, you're right.
I want to dive deeper on that. I want to dive deeper into the pay rate right now.
me too.
Yeah.
Talking about money.
Yeah, yeah. How are things in Tampa? Would you say it's close, not even close as far as rates? Because out in Vegas, it's just kind of same across the board. So I'm curious to hear how it is for you.
Well, I'm a mobile DJ in that I bring all of my gear to pretty much all of my gigs. So there's pretty much nowhere to play vinyl right now except for my weekly gig at Lost and Found, which is a kind of 70s, 80s theme bar. So shout out Lost and Found.
Shout
They
out.
have turntables and they have a lot of really great resident DJs who are, I would say, senior DJs. And I mean senior is experience, not
Yeah.
old. but maybe
Yeah,
also.
yeah.
But they're amazing. So I feel like I'm able to get that money because
Yeah.
I'm bringing all this stuff. Like I'm
Mhm.
setting up my PA in my little outfit with my little high heels on too. And
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
you know, the turntables and the flight cases are heavy. I've got to bring two tables, two fold out tables,
Yeah.
tablecloth, taping down the cords, and my records, you know, which are irreplaceable. That's
Right.
a
Right.
lot of
Right.
work. You know, a
Right.
vinyl setup, that's probably takes me about an hour to get everything going nicely. You know,
Hmm.
my
Hmm.
cords aren't going to be entangled or anything. So yeah, I'm charging more for that.
Yeah.
And I'm happy with what I get paid, but I also don't take work that doesn't pay enough. Simple as that.
Hell yeah. That's the big message right there. You already dropped a gem early in the episode. Upcoming DJs, if you're listening, just listen to what Jayda said. Take the adequate pay. Don't undercut. Don't play for less than what you're worth. And especially if you're bringing a PA, take that into account along with bringing your records out, which are fucking
Yeah.
priceless.
Right.
Yeah, that's good to hear because you know we all go through kind of the same struggles as far as I have a gig once a week where I set up a PA as well, and I feel like I should get paid double for that. Just you know,
Yeah, I do.
I don't have to bring it, I have to set it up. You know, luckily, but it's just that extra work where I'm like, if you guys don't want to invest in putting a permanent sound system in here, pay the DJ a little bit extra. If you're
Yeah.
bringing out your records, pay the DJ extra. You know.
Yeah, especially the price of like the system that you bring. I mean, I know for me, like I have a Bose L132.
Yeah.
That motherfucker's what, $4,000, you know? So,
Right.
like, yo,
Are
come
you
on,
guys
give me a little
insured?
bit more.
I that was like the first thing I did was
Yes.
insure the record collection and everything too because
Oh,
like
cool. I
just
just
to
sold
play it
DJ
safe.
insurance.
Oh,
I don't
did
know
you?
what it does.
It's good for corporate stuff because
Yeah.
like a lot of times corporate will ask if you have insurance or whatever, and even some like wedding venues and stuff like
Mhm.
that. But
Yeah, and I think
that's
that's a flex too, and like that makes people like trust you and see that you are a premium service, you know.
Mhm.
Because the
For sure.
$100 DJ doesn't, they just don't. I don't know.
I just
I
don't.
don't. I mean, I doubt it. I really doubt it.
Yeah.
And not to say that like there's not $100 gig that you shouldn't take. Like
right.
if you're new, take it. But
Mhm.
like, and or if you love this client, or if it's good for a good cause, or you know, if you can leave happy, then sure, take it. But
Of course.
those are few and far between for me.
Yeah.
There's always those reasons like it's for a friend or whatever, you know, where you're just
Yeah,
hopping
yeah.
in, dropping a set and stuff like that.
Yeah, for sure.
But I think definitely in the vinyl realm too, we see a lot of undercutting or hobbyists where
Yeah,
people are like,
yeah.
yeah, I'll just come on out and just play these records. And it's like, how much did you spend on these records? And you're just gonna, you know, I'm just gonna bring them out and play for free and go home. And I
Yeah.
did my
I think
thing.
that just comes from a lot of people just not knowing
Mhm.
that
Right.
what you're doing is more valuable than that.
Right.
Mhm. That's how
And
I started.
yeah, that's how I think most people start. And then you start to meet like people who are doing it full time or for a living. You're like, wait, I'm absolutely doing too little. Like, and then I've
Yeah.
met younger DJs who say things like, because I'm new, I feel bad taking payment. Or I feel,
No.
you know what I mean? I'm
Crazy.
like, that is the opposite attitude to have because you're actually partaking and fucking up the industry.
Yeah.
Because now I have a hard time charging my rate because you're taking $50 and some drink tickets.
Yeah, yeah. And those were the gigs that I was taking when I first started. And I thought, oh, I'm a fucking DJ. Like,
Yeah.
I just like, I don't know. I was gonna be at the bar anyway, you know.
Right,
I was
right,
gonna
Right.
be
Right.
drinking $50 anyways.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. It was like it was a smart financial decision for you to be like, oh, they're paying me to come here, and they're like, how much? And like, well, $50. Can you believe it? And like
Yeah.
for how long? You know, and you're like, oh, it's too long. You know,
50
Yeah.
bucks and drinks.
Yeah, yeah,
Yes.
yeah. See all those drinks over there? Those are mine, and I didn't
Right,
pay
yeah.
for those. No,
That's
I
why you
feel
got to get that. You got to get the owner that understands. And, you know,
It's
that's up with
tough.
the shit. You know, it is tough. I was
Yeah.
fortunate enough to when I first started playing, play under this guy named Adon Heller who owned
Shout
the
out.
bar, and yeah, he just understood. You know, I played for free, and then he saw the worth, he saw the value coming in, then started breaking me off a little bit more, a little bit more, a little bit more, to where, it was a thing, to where
That's a
now,
that's a
I'm
rare
really getting
occurrence
paid.
too.
It very, very rare, very
To
rare.
have somebody be like, "Yeah, I'll give you a shot" when you're first starting out,
Yeah,
and then
Oh,
be
yeah.
like, "Oh, this is working. Let me give you some money for it,"
exactly. So,
and then like continue to like give you more.
but hopefully get the people,
Because I'd milk that free DJ pause as long as I could.
Yeah,
he
nobody.
tried to. He did try to, but he was fortunately a very, very good man. So
Yeah,
Well, then your work just like speaks for itself, and like
exactly.
the value is undeniable.
Yeah.
yeah,
That's awesome.
yeah. That's a rare story. I do want to get into what we do around here. Every week we compare two artists head to head, their top 5 songs as viewed most popular on Spotify. I had a pick today. I brought it together. I think it's going to be a good one. It's going to be an interesting one, judging by some of these songs listed here. So feel free to mute at any point if you need to revisit/visit for the first time.
Oh my
Despite
God.
being legacy acts, you may need to hear these.
Okay.
We're talking about Christina Aguilera versus Jennifer Lopez today.
Oh,
What?
oh.
Oh my God.
Oh.
That's so random. I thought you were
have-
going to go a completely different direction. I love
Have we
that.
not done Christina yet? We haven't done Christina yet,
No.
have we?
Okay.
Oh shit.
I don't
No.
think I'll need to. I feel like I know most of their top 5 songs, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Maybe actually Christina might be hard because she went kind of
He's got newer
Ren.
stuff.
She
I
went
had-
to the gay clubs and didn't come back.
I
Yeah.
had
Yeah.
to make some. I had to make
Yes.
some adjustments here because, like, the top song was "Moves Like Jagger," and I don't think that's technically. I don't think we're going to count that as a Christina Aguilera song, despite the fact that she
Right.
has a
Yeah.
cameo.
Probably a lot of
Yeah.
people forgot about her verse. Sorry.
Yeah. So we're
I'm
gonna
gonna
get
be
into
honest.
it.
I had no idea she was on that song.
Surprise.
Hey.
2015 called, and
I
very
love a
big
little.
news.
Yeah,
yeah,
Hey,
It
our
had
hits.
like a little whistle in it.
yeah.
Was that
Yeah.
that was a voice move, right? A voice business move, right?
Oh
'Cause
yeah.
they did that for the
Yeah.
voice.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Or I might be tripping about that, but they were
it's
both
so.
on the voice at
It's
the same
such a
time.
pop song. Like it's so pop that it's out of my atmosphere.
Yeah, that's fair.
Like,
No,
and I
that's fair.
wasn't DJing full time then, so I definitely wasn't checking for shit back like that.
You
Yeah.
wouldn't have played that anyways.
But I feel like if it came out today, I would know about it, but I wouldn't be
Okay.
playing
Yeah.
it. No.
Okay.
Does that
Yeah,
make
we won't be
sense?
we're not touching that record, Neat.
That's
Not
like
a
Six
chance.
Flags song to me.
It's a
Like,
fun
it's not
song.
like something. It's a Six Flags song. It's like something
Six
you would
Flags.
hear while you're
Yeah.
waiting in line to get
Yeah,
on a roller
yeah.
coaster.
It's Manga Boys.
Yeah.
Yo,
No,
you
it's a
just
super
coined-
corporate.
Jada just coined a new genre that we're gonna use from here moving forward. Six Flags
Flag
music.
song.
Yeah,
That
that's
and,
it.
My favorite one is Love Shack. That is such a Six Flags song.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's right. Yes. Harry
Right.
Styles got into some Six Flags songs.
Harry Styles is very Six Flags as well.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
God, who else is Six Flags? 98 Degrees Six Flags might be a
All
Six
those
Flags.
boy bands, everything
All the boy bands,
is-
everything
Yeah.
boy band is.
Yeah, definitely everything boy band because
Smash Mouth too.
Oh,
it's-
for sure. for
yeah.
Sugar Ray. Yeah.
Sugar Ray,
Oh
yeah.
my
Sugar
God.
Ray.
This is a crazy rabbit
Yeah,
hole.
yeah.
Here we
We're in
go.
the rabbit hole right now.
Here we go.
Let's go.
Jason Derulo.
Jason
Derulo's
Oh,
for
yeah,
sure
yeah,
Six
yeah,
Flags.
Yeah.
Jason
Or like
Derulo.
JoJo.
Yes.
Yeah. All right. Here's a hot take. Here's a fucking hot take. I'm gonna drop the first hot take of the episode. Daft Punk, Get Lucky is Six Flags music.
Oh yeah,
Totally.
yeah. Is that a hot take?
100%.
It's not a hot take.
100%.
Daft Punk went Six Flags. I'm just gonna say.
I
it.
100%. I tell you all the time. I don't even like that
You're like
album.
trying to
because of
open
that.
up the locker to put your purse in.
There you go. Like a lot of those
All night
Pharrell songs
together.
are.
You're
Funnel cake with
frustrated.
ice cream on it. It's melting.
Yeah. The Choco Taco at Six Flags or the
Yeah.
frozen
Crying
lemonade.
child next to you.
Yeah.
Yep. The
Oh.
couple that's like standing with the guy behind the girl in line and they're like swaying.
Oh
Yeah.
my
What are
god.
you talking about?
They're swaying in line.
Some
Yeah.
Oh, well, Get
see-through
Lucky.
backpacks. Yeah, there's
Get
a see-through
Lucky and
backpack
Daniel
there.
Bedingfield are playing in
Oh
the
my God.
background.
Yo,
Giant
yeah.
teddy bear.
Daniel and Natasha, both Six Flags music.
Oh man.
Oh my God. Oh, I gotta get
Both
through this.
Bedingfields.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Oh my God. Okay, so we've all been to Six Flags.
Yeah. Can I throw one artist into the Six Flags mix?
Yes.
Just cause.
Yeah. Throw
2
one in.
Chains.
Oh yeah.
I
What
just want to
song?
throw them in.
Definitely Six Flags over Georgia for sure.
See? Thank you. Thank you.
Six
We
Flags
could
down
do
south.
players circle, their song.
Yeah. Oh my
It's a
God.
rowdy Six Flags.
It's a
Let's
rowdy.
go.
Yes.
It's
Hey, no,
Six
we're in
Flags.
Atlanta.
That's the Chicago
Yeah.
one.
We're in Atlanta
Flags
with this one.
Atlanta? Yeah.
A little
My mom used to
crime
just drop me off
mob.
at the
Ain't
My
do
mom.
nothing, I'm a ball. Yes.
God.
Project Pat at Six Flags.
That'd be
Yeah,
amazing.
yeah. I can
That'd
say
be
I'm
amazing.
a thug. I'm a thug.
Yeah.
for
I'm not
sure.
going
Yeah.
anymore.
I don't want to go.
No, I'm not.
Niggas like, man,
Not
just
going, I'm
to go to Six
scared.
Flags,
Being
man.
said, I'm leaving that see-through backpack at home. You're not seeing what's
Yeah.
in there.
It's so funny. I completely forgot this conversation was being recorded.
Oh
Yes.
yeah.
Yes.
There
We're
is
here.
a podcast somewhere.
Somewhere in here,
down,
there's a podcast.
Yeah. So yeah, Jennifer Lopez versus Christina Aguilera. We're gonna get into it today. Round one. This is for Jayda only. We're gonna ask you 5 rounds, starting with Christina, Genie in a Bottle, or Jennifer Lopez, Can't Get Enough.
Mm.
Oh, that's the new song.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
I haven't heard it yet. So Genie.
Okay.
Yeah. Genie in a Bottle got a dope beat to it.
But I like
Yeah.
I
Lotto.
highly doubt that Jennifer Lopez's song is better than Jimmy in a Bottle.
Well, she's just a feature on it. It's not even her song, I think.
Yeah.
Oh,
So.
Yeah, I don't know. It's
I just heard about that song literally today.
I'm not sure.
Genie
Yeah,
in a
I've
Bottle.
never
rips.
even played it.
Round 2, Christina Beautiful or Jennifer Lopez and Pitbull on the Floor.
Mm.
On the floor.
Okay.
I don't really like ballads.
Mm.
Okay.
Okay. Okay.
Is there any ballad that would make your list as this is a good song?
I mean, I'm sure there's like some that I like,
Yeah.
but I just can't think of one.
Nothing off the top. That's
Any
fair.
like top 40, like schmaltzy, anything is like next.
Okay, fair.
Yeah.
That's
fair.
just, that song's so sentimental that it's just like corny.
So no Casey and JoJo all my life.
I didn't say that.
Oh. Found one. We found one.
We found one. Yeah, we'll revisit ballads later.
Yeah, I mean,
on.
I didn't mean to like, yeah. I like R&B.
Yeah.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
I feel like a ballad and R&B are different because like that would be like, oh, the whole genre is ballads, but
No, you're 100%.
a ballad is like just like a corny ass like love song.
Mm-hmm.
What
Less
about
flavor than R&B.
There you go. Less seasoning.
Yes.
Yes.
Britney Spears every time?
Yeah, I like that song all right, but I don't ever find myself wanting to hear it.
No. Nor play it. Like shout out to Spring
Nor play it.
Breakers, but that's about it.
Shout out.
The video
That was
is
a good scene.
yeah.
Yeah.
The music video for that song and that scene in the movie are both like, whoa.
Yes.
Yeah.
Rough
Let's
stuff.
go round 3 with Christina Aguilera, Fighter, or Jenny from the Block.
Oh.
Jenny from the Block has a cool sample. The Heaven and Hell.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that one. I mean, Fighter, yeah.
Mhm.
Honestly, I won't say that I like really particularly rock with either of these girls, but
Sure.
Yeah.
Keeps it
but
interesting.
yeah, Jenny from the Block is fun. Fighter is just, I don't know, that just reminds me of like being in line for the bathroom at a gay bar. Like
There
all
you
of
go.
Christina's music really does,
That's a good
honestly.
call.
For sure. For
Yeah.
sure. Let's go Love Don't Cost a Thing or Come On Over Baby.
Mm.
Come On Over has the version of the song that we're all like thinking of is actually a remix, and I do like that remix a lot. The original is not
Yes.
very good. And then what was the other one? Love Don't Cost a Thing.
Mhm.
Yeah, I'm picking Come On Over.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's go last round. Christina Aguilera, Hurt, or Jennifer Lopez and Pitbull, Dance Again.
Damn.
I don't know either of them. I
Me
don't know.
neither.
No, I don't
No.
either.
No.
We can go a tie on that one
We-
if you want.
Do Waiting for Tonight and
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Moulin Rouge.
Oh, Lady
That's
Marmalade.
hard.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Lady Marmalade.
Marmalade.
Thank
Yeah.
you. Thank you.
There we go.
I have Lady Marmalade on vinyl, so I guess I'll say that.
Wait a minute, which
I don't
version?
know. Oh, that one.
Oh, okay. Okay.
That's dope.
Okay.
Well, but I like Waiting for Tonight. Yeah, I guess. Which one would I rather hear? Probably Waiting for Tonight because I hear Lady Marmalade so much more
Mhm.
often. You guys probably hear that a lot in Vegas, huh? That's like a Vegas song.
Yeah,
It's a Vegas song.
Right.
It's a very
Marmalade?
Vegas song.
Remember the video had all the lasers?
Yeah.
I play it a lot. I'm like guilty of playing that too much.
You play
actually.
Lady
Oh,
Marmalade?
really?
Yeah, I mean, some of these gigs I play are
No,
like,
I get it. I'm on the same agency with you. I never hear it.
no, this is off agency. This is not on
Oh,
it. This is
gotcha.
off agency gigs.
I was like, yeah, I don't know.
I'm setting the tone for your gig the next day after mine
Yeah.
by playing Lady Marmalade.
I'm like, this is why things are going so weird. You're playing Lady Marmalade the night before I do.
That song's funny. I don't
You're
know.
gonna
It's
go
kind of,
in.
it doesn't pop off as hard without the visual. Like the video was
Facts.
such a big part of that song.
1,000,000%.
20 years later, wherever we are now, like it just doesn't hit the same without the visuals, without Missy Elliott in the like text.
Yeah.
Now the original Patti LaBelle and
Mhm.
her fam,
Nightbirds.
Patty was like, yo, I didn't even know what I was singing for years.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Voulez-vous coucher avec moi? And she's like, all right, word. Sounds
Whatever.
good.
That's French.
That's what I gotta
That's
say.
Sounds like a hit
French.
to me.
Like, you got me. Okay, I'll sing it.
I'll sing it. Let's just get into a lightning round here. This is going to be all genres. One artist stays, one artist goes forever. You can't play them out. You can't pull that record. You don't have that artist anymore. It just doesn't exist. Starting with Talking Heads versus Blondie. Who stays?
Blondie.
Blondie stays? Okay. Frank Ocean or Miguel?
Miguel. I like Miguel so much. He's just, oh my God, he's so cute. I just find him so cute.
He's listening. He's listening,
Yeah.
actually.
Is
So
he
this
Miguel?
Yeah, big fan of the pod.
fan of the
Miguel.
pod, Miguel. Let's go to Edie's episode. Clash or Ramones? Who you got?
Clash.
Okay. 50 Cent or Ja Rule?
Ja Rule.
Okay. Cardi B or Doja Cat?
Cardi.
How about Cardi B or Nicki Minaj?
Right now, Cardi.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
You can change.
Yeah. Project
It
Pat or
depends,
Trick
yeah,
Daddy?
they trade off. What's that?
Project Pat or Trick Daddy?
Project Pat.
Okay. Let's go. White Stripes or UGK?
UGK.
ASAP Rocky or Tyler the Creator?
I guess I know more of Tyler's music.
Okay. Red
Dead
Hot Chili
Kennedys or
Peppers?
Fear?
Oh, there you go.
What's that? Dead Kennedys or Fear?
Yeah.
Oh my God, I don't know. That's hard because there's so many Fear songs that have lyrics that are just like, oh, I just can't listen to stuff like that anymore.
Yeah, they're bad. But so did Dead Kennedys.
I feel like some of their stuff aged better than like, I don't know, the just like brutal misogyny that most of Fear's songs are. But I will say that I listened to Fear more, and so did my mom.
I love Living for the City is pretty brutal for 2024.
Right. Yeah.
Along
They have
those
song like
lines.
The Mouth Won't Stop or something.
Yeah. That shit is brutal.
Yeah, I mean, oh my God, I ate that shit up though as a teen. There's a lot of unlearning, you know,
Yeah.
internalized misogyny that we had to detox.
Let's do Misfits or Cramps?
Yep.
Misfits.
Metallica or Megadeth?
Metallica.
Ashanti or Sierra?
Ashanti. I feel like I'm supposed to say Sierra because she's like also from Atlanta, but Ashanti had more of the bobs.
Okay.
I remember people used to call Sierra Sierra. So that cracked me up. I'm like, should I have said that?
That's
kinda-
funny.
People, not me.
Yeah.
For the
Yeah.
record, it wasn't Jada, and she also likes Casey and JoJo. So
Yes.
yes, is all good. Diana Ross or Donna Summer?
That one's so fucked up. I don't know. I guess it depends on my mood. Right now, Donna Summer.
Okay. Supremes or Destiny's Child?
Supremes.
Okay. Let's do. Oh, B-52s or Talking Heads?
B-52s.
Okay. NSYNC or Backstreet Boys?
NSYNC.
Yeah, let's go. Let's go.
All
Say
day.
less.
Good
Hey,
week for.
Hey,
Yeah.
my man came out strong, didn't he? My man came out strong. He out of the woods. Bro. I'm telling you, my man's out of the woods. He came out strong. He had an SNL performance.
We'll see.
He killed it.
We'll see.
You are so selfish. You are so selfish.
Thank you. That song is
You're
fire.
God.
Oh my God, I've been playing that song nonstop.
No, you have not. Have you really?
I played it three times in the club on Saturday.
You played it in the
Three
club?
times.
3
Yes.
times?
Yes.
Like it was a Watch the
Beginning,
Throne?
middle,
What's
and
wrong?
end.
What's wrong
I
with
swear to
you?
God. It's Justin
Stop
Timberlake, man.
it.
He had a hot song out, man. Come on.
You're the
You are-
no way.
Come
You
on, man.
are a mess for Timberlake. You are a mess for that.
You're
man.
a
Love that man.
goddamn man.
I love that man. I love that man.
Oh my God. These
It's
views
been
do
hard.
not
It's been
represent
hard
all
meeting
of
him.
us.
No,
Yeah.
that is strictly a Jupiter Williams point.
Hey.
It's hard to be mad at him.
Exactly. Thank
It's
you.
hard to be mad at him.
Unless you're
He
Janet.
does
Unless
cringe
you're Janet.
things.
What? Janet not mad anymore?
Not mad anymore?
Wow.
All
No,
right.
she's not mad anymore.
Did that do numbers for her? That made her, that like blew up her catalog, right?
I don't think
Yeah.
so.
No.
No, I was reading an article about it several years ago, and I think it like buried her for a little bit, actually.
Really?
Like
A lot
he
of
was
the
like
people were
he
upset.
got a lot, but she lost a bunch of like deals and shit.
Thought you were clapping at that.
No, right?
He's all, dude.
Hey, yeah. Come on. Yeah.
That's hey,
And
all right.
rightfully so.
That show
Yeah.
did this.
Keep those things away.
Trav, this is a tough stance for you, okay? Are you going Janet or JT?
Me.
Yeah, lightning round for
Me?
you.
Oh, lightning round for me. I'm gonna go. What is it that we can't pick? We take them out.
Who does
Take
How
them
to
both
play the
out.
game?
Oh, they're both gone.
We take them both out.
Yeah.
Oh.
Because I saw one Janet Jackson documentary saying that, you know, she was like,
Oh, it was a plan.
yeah.
I already knew what you were getting at. The conspiracy that it was planned.
Mm-hmm. So
You
I'm
know
taking them
what?
both out because I don't know the truth. I don't know the truth with it. And I feel like they
want to
still
say
fuck
it
with each
wasn't
other.
planned, but I also want to say who the fuck has that elaborate of a nipple ring on? Just
chilling.
because that thing was crazy. It has like a
Yeah.
I
whole
don't know what she
sun.
had planned for afterwards.
I will say this.
Right
they
after
haven't-
the performance.
You never
She's like,
know.
I ain't got
When you're
time
doing
to
all that
this
movement,
out, so
I
I'm
would
just
just
gonna keep it
imagine you
in.
don't want that on your nip. I don't know.
I'm gonna say this: we haven't seen one like that since. It was just
True.
that was the only
I've
one.
never
It's
before
very
or
true.
after seen one like that.
Yeah.
I
It's
don't know.
very
There's
true.
some girls I know in Brooklyn that be leaving the house with shit like that. I've seen the bartenders kind of dress like that before.
TV,
That was the
hasn't
look.
seen one since. How about that?
Yeah, TV has not seen it since.
TV calmed way the fuck down after that. They're like, we're not showing butts on, nothing on TV at that.
Listen,
point.
I heard too many different stories with that from both artists. You know, that I am just going to eliminate both of them from this situation.
Okay.
They both
Yeah.
gotta go.
Bye.
No
They
man
both gotta
on the
go.
woods. No man in the woods. No nasty girl.
Yeah, they both gotta go.
Okay.
Both gotta
That's
go.
fair. Jada, Madonna or Britney Spears?
I'm keeping. I don't know. Madonna now is a little. I don't know. But Britney now is worse.
Also,
It's all pretty cringe, right? Either way you look at it now, it's
they're
kind of
both like need to be at home chilling. I guess I'll keep Madonna.
okay. Which one do you play more?
Right now, Madonna, because I have that 70s weekly residencies where I'm playing like 70s and 80s music. I do have a nice collection of Britney records, though. I will say that.
Hell yeah.
I've got some Britney singles that I'm super proud of. You don't see them too often.
I was gonna say that's a flex.
That
It
is a flex.
is, yeah.
Those
That's
are
my like passion, I feel like, is collecting records from that era when vinyl was at an all-time low, like 96 to 2000 or whatever.
that's all of that.
CD
like,
era.
Yeah, even like
CD era, yes.
the Cash Money records are expensive.
Yeah.
Like all man, I'm trying to think now.
All pop music from that era, like rap, pop,
Yeah.
everything.
R&B, all music from that era is like on wax is super expensive.
Yeah.
Everything.
Like a couple months ago, I got that It's Not Right, But It's Okay Thunderpuss remix. And
Oh
like,
yeah.
God, that shit goes so hard, harder than like any punk or metal
Yeah.
song. Like I could bust through a wall.
Yo, all those club remixes from back in the day were dope.
Like all the David Morales
Thunderpuss.
stuff.
Yeah.
So good.
God,
You're
Joey
talking a
Negro, he
language
did a whole
now.
bunch of them. David
What's,
Morales did a whole
what's
bunch of remixes.
the Whitney. It's not right.
Yeah.
That's the
All those
one.
remixes. Yeah.
Mhm.
So hard.
Oof.
David Morales, Todd Terry,
Yeah.
fucking all those guys. Had
Yeah,
a
all those
vocal on
guys.
that era.
Every Morales remix is so good. There's this Spice Girls song, Who Do You Think You Are?
Who do you think you are?
Neat.
Yes, that remix is
Yeah.
crazy.
I'd be texting
Yeah,
Nate,
I have
yo,
that
I
too.
forgot the song. Nate, tell
Yeah,
me the
every
song
couple of
again.
months, Travel hit me up like, "What's that Spice Girls song?" Like, it's Who Do
Yeah.
you think you are?
The piano is so good.
We just heard Neek. What did we hear? We heard the Heartbreaker remix. Was that Morales too?
Oh, Def Club. I think that's a Morales one.
Yeah, some Morales ones.
The
Yeah.
Def Club remix.
Transition back.
He did
into-
Emotions too.
David Morales, shout out because he fucking ruled that era, dog.
Man, no,
Yeah.
for real.
He did the
No.
Jamiroquai remix.
Yeah.
dude.
He did.
He was the first call, man.
Oh no, Frankie Knuckles was who Michael Jackson went to.
Yeah, Frankie
Yeah.
did the Michael Jackson
And
one.
Janet stuff too.
And yeah.
Let's do a inadvertent Mount Rushmore here. This is for Jayda only. Top 4 Madonna all time. What do you got?
Top 4 Madonna songs.
Yep.
Oh, Get Into the Groove.
Mm-hmm.
Number 1. Girl Gone Wild, which is maybe a little bit underrated. That was from probably 10 years ago. That's one of my drunk songs. I wanted to say drunk, but I won't. Okay, two more. Borderline and Burnin' Up, the 12-inch remix.
Okay.
Okay. That's a solid.
Yeah.
I'm just happy as long as Borderline is anywhere in the mix. I'm very content. So
Borderline is so good.
Gosh.
You remember Madonna did that Dick Tracy album?
Oh yeah.
No.
Dude, did she do that? That's so funny you brought that up. I remember seeing all the promo for that movie and I was like, God, as a little kid being like, I want to see this so bad. This looks so cool. I've never seen it. I've never heard the soundtrack.
No.
I grew up on that
Y'all need
movie.
to go watch it.
Is it good?
It's not that good, but it's like one of the old. It's
The
like one of the
marketing seems
original like comic book movies, though.
That and like Pink Panther always like was like so cool. But I remember I tried to watch the Pink Panther. I was like, this is not a cartoon.
No.
Right.
I was
It's-
pissed.
Right, it was the
grown up.
detective. Yeah.
I was like, this is a grown ass movie.
Yeah.
Where's I saw the intro and I was like,
Wait a minute. Didn't they have Pink Panther in the intro?
Yeah.
yeah, that's what I mean. I fired it
Yeah.
up
Like,
as a
here we
little
go.
kid. I was like, here we go. And I remember my sister was like, why do you want to watch this?
And
I was like,
trust me, you don't
It's
want
a
to watch
Pink
this.
Panther. Look at him. He looks like he's getting into some hijinks. And then the movie starts and it's what's his name?
Who is it? Leslie Nielsen?
Can't remember that, but I remember why. I
Leslie
remember I was like,
Nielsen?
It's like
He's
John.
funny.
It's John Cleese, isn't it?
yes.
It is
John
John
Cleese? Okay.
Yeah.
Yes,
Oh my-
and he's
And I remember I was
funny,
so bummed. I was like, never
fuck is
mind,
this?
dude. I was like,
Yeah.
take the shit back to Blockbuster.
Oh yeah, you did it based on the
yeah.
cover.
Yeah,
cover
that's all I
art.
did.
That was a bad era because once you rented something that was bung, like whether it was a video game or whatever,
Oh, you had it
you're
for 3
stuck
days.
with it for 3
5
days.
days. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, or 5
Yeah.
if
Yeah.
you paid extra, if they really got you. A couple more tough questions for the lightning round, and then we're gonna talk some more DJ shit, and then some weird questions, and then some whatever. Prince or Michael Jackson?
Prince.
Okay, without a doubt, no hesitation. Prince.
Yeah.
Mariah Carey or Whitney Houston?
Mariah.
Okay. Last but not least, Outkast or Hall & Oates?
I've heard you ask this more than once, and I'm like, why that?
Because it makes a lot of sense though when you really break it down.
Does it? Okay.
Yeah, 2 white guys, 2 black guys.
And that's it.
Yeah, Outkast. Outkast. Lightning.
That's it. Okay. Easy enough. That's the lightning round. That's it.
So the Outcast and Hall & Oates matchup was our very first episode.
Okay.
And before we knew how to record.
Yeah.
And so we fucked it up.
Oh yeah, it never came out.
And it never came out. So we had to write a blog.
This was like
all of y'all writing together.
Yes.
We just took the phone, like the recorded audio, and just made it into a write up
and put it on Patreon.
Patreon.
People bought it, so shout out to people that bought that.
That's the origin story of our podcast.
And
that was people feeling bad for us during the pandemic.
Shout out to all our OG Patreons.
March of 2020. Yeah. People bought anything during that. Oh, just gotta support. Gotta support the small business. Okay, so I want to talk about the VG Plus radio show you have on Sector FM.
Yeah.
What was the inspiration for that outside of being able to play all of your stuff? Were you looking towards the early years of you DJing or stuff you're into now, or kind of a mix, or what?
Kind of a mix. So Sector FM is a project started by these rappers that I met here. They're a rap duo called They Hate Change. They have just started releasing music on Jaguar about 2 or 3 years ago. Anyways, they're really cool and they're really unique. I honestly have never heard anything like the music that they make, and they're just really fucking cool. So shout out They Hate Change. They, a couple months ago, invited me to be a part of their internet radio station. So we do that. It airs every Sunday. We've been doing pre-recorded hour-long shows, and now they're starting to do live, but I can't be live on Sunday because I play. So yeah, I'm just playing stuff that I just am craving, stuff that I miss playing, stuff that I've never played. I try to get a little bit of talking in, but I'm very fresh on the mic. Fresh as in new, not as in saying crazy shit. But I get worried that when like the light turns on, I'll accidentally say like just something insane.
I mean, hey, you know what?
It's
this
just
is the
lyrics.
podcast.
I'm afraid that I'll just like
don't
get
stop.
Tourette's all of a sudden.
Yeah. Sorry about that, folks. I don't know what came over me
I
there.
don't know who said
Just
that.
reciting fear lyrics.
Right, exactly. Yeah, like I'll accidentally start singing along. I am playing some pretty explicit music though, some pretty like rough punk and hardcore that I really missed listening to, and so it's fun knowing that that's being broadcast to an unsuspecting person. And yeah, I'm playing music that I want to hear more of. In my area, I feel like I'm kind of one of one, and I don't mean that in a bragging way. I want more community, but I just, as I was saying before, like people hire me because the other DJs are doing something else. So I'm just kind of trying to like turn my light on and see what other lightning bugs come flock around my light and see who else is into it. But I'm getting some cool feedback in the DMs. I'm getting some new Instagram followers and hopefully inspiring people to listen to something else. Cause I don't know, sometimes I'll just be in a restaurant and I'm just like, how can this be what they're playing? Like, there'll be some Six Flags music in a bar. And I'm like, this is drinking music. This is roller coaster music.
Right. Yeah. It can't all be Six Flags music everywhere. Yeah, no. Yeah. You are also a published writer. You have Numb Blonde. Can you tell us about that a little bit?
Yeah, I think I have one right here. It was an autobio comic that I made
Oh,
about
that's
my
it.
life.
Okay.
And it also has little
Hey.
diary entries from my real diary. So it's quite raw in that way.
Yeah.
Um, I just have always been into comics, and I've actually worked for a comic book artist named Katie Skelly, who is amazing. She was my art hero. And I'm just really into that, and I always wanted to do it. And I started posting my comics on Instagram and got a lot of really amazing feedback and love. And that's kind of what my first big chunk of Instagram followers was from, I think. And I self-published it, sold out, did another run. I think I might be sold out of that too. So that
Uh-oh.
felt
Hell
really
yeah.
cool. I want to get back into it. Right now, yeah, I'm kind of working on getting back into making art,
Mhm.
but we'll see. It's not something you can force. It's just a muscle that you need to kind of stretch, I think.
For sure.
What's
For
your
sure.
favorite comic book adaptation? Comic book into a
Um,
movie.
Probably the first one that I think of is Ghost World.
Oh, yeah.
Um, but I'm not into like superhero-y stuff. I'm trying to think of like what other indie comics were made into movies. And I'm really drawing a blank right now, but at least I had Ghost World.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. No,
Yeah.
that one works.
I mean, that one's pretty good. What
Yeah.
about you?
Oh man, so I'm a superhero dude,
Yeah.
like through and through. So I mean, I'm my favorite one is Black Panther, just for my own personal reasons. Um, but I'm into all of them. I mean, Scott Pilgrim,
Oh
um,
yeah, yeah.
fucking
Sin
love Scott
City.
Pilgrim. Sin City,
Sin City. Yeah.
yes. I mean, I'm just Marvel, DC, even vertical stuff. I do love all. I just love all of it. So
Oh.
Sick.
yeah,
Speaking of Trav,
go on. Oh, are we segueing?
I think
Okay,
it's
That was
time
a
for a segue.
segue.
okay.
Said go
Man,
on.
Segway Kings in the building right
You
here.
go on.
Man, I thought Neek usually goes first, and
Right, right.
and I follow, so that
Pass to
threw
you.
me all
Yeah.
the fuck off. All
Yeah.
right, so we are developing our DJ Biopic cinematic universe. So in the DJ Biopic cinematic universe, who's playing Jada?
I don't know why, but I kind of recently thought about this. And I think maybe like Olivia Rodrigo with blonde hair,
Let's
because
go.
I think she is a half Filipino girl too. So I was like, okay, but like maybe we have that like squishy nose going on, and she's like kind of like has like a vexed look on her face. She has
Yeah.
a good scowl. So I'm like, she could definitely do
I
that.
like that.
So maybe put a blonde wig on her and some tattoos, and I think that would be a good pick.
Sick.
I think so
Oh,
too.
yeah. Hell yeah. No, that's
Pretty
great.
solid right there.
That's great. Neek.
And we are also setting up our friends with fast food endorsement deals. So what we would like to know is what is the Jada meal? Where can we get it, and what is it?
Um,
So what is
I
your
know about this question,
go-to
and I've
fast
given it quite a bit of thought. I've eaten more fast food than I'd like to admit lately.
Yes.
And I live like 2 doors down from a Taco Bell, which sounds,
Uh-oh.
Whoa.
Uh-oh.
which
That's
I
fire.
kind of like makes my neighborhood just sound crazy. But I guess it would probably be Taco Bell. Like I like Mexican pizza, Taco Supreme, Baja Blast for sure, Diablo sauce. I like those little nachos that I know Victoria Rollins mentioned in her episode too, the
Mhm.
cheese nachos. Yeah, so I think that would be pretty good. Nothing crazy. Although I could also do a breakfast meal at
Mhm.
McDonald's, a bacon
Yes.
and cheese biscuit with a hash brown, OJ, small coffee. That sounds good too.
Oh.
There we
I had that
go.
yesterday actually.
I'm a brunch dude.
Yeah.
I
All right.
live for brunch. What would your favorite brunch meal be?
Um, it wouldn't no DJ.
Okay.
Uh,
Okay.
Let's
Let's
go.
no
go.
DJ, shredded hash browns, maybe like just a clean Waffle House that serves booze, basically, would be good for me, I think.
Nice. Yeah.
Yeah, just like a Waffle House vibe with alcohol.
I like
We
that.
don't have Waffle House, which is like such a bummer because
Do you know about it?
yeah, for
Oh
sure.
yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah. Texas Waffle Houses be crazy, man. That's people be fighting in the Texas Waffle House.
That's all I see.
Gotta go to the
That's
Atlanta Waffle House then.
I know, huh?
all I know of Waffle House is the fights.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of the whole thing about it. And music is a big part of Waffle House too. They
Really?
have their own song. Yeah. So Waffle House is known for like always having had a jukebox, and they have multiple Waffle House songs in the jukebox. And it would be like the old school with, you see the little paper thing,
Yeah.
records, and then eventually CDs. And now they're all touch tunes. But like, yeah, that would be kind of part of it, is like you go to Waffle House after the bar, you can play some music. People would always like to, well, in Atlanta, people would like put $10 in and then just play Hey Ya over and over and over and over again as they're leaving.
That is
Wow.
Atlanta just does Waffle House right. I mean,
I
they
did
just
not
do it
know
right.
that that was a part of the Waffle House experience. I just thought you just
Check out the Waffle House songs.
I didn't
yeah,
know that
right?
either.
I just
but it's
imagined it was a
Atlanta.
Denny's where shit popped off all the time.
No, it's a whole, like, I feel like it's part of the subculture. Like, it's
Wow.
part of the club culture, honestly.
Yeah. Yeah. See,
Yeah.
Atlanta just does Waffle House right.
Mhm.
I
Yeah.
learned about Waffle House from Bloodhound Gang. From once you smother, once you cover, like the Waffle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow, I haven't thought about that in a long time.
That's Six Flags music for
That's
sure.
Six Flags.
Speaking of that genre of music, which I would call like horny late 90s music, I
Yeah.
wanted to bring you this as a gift.
Oh, there it is,
Oh my
Colin.
God.
Oh,
Because you were
Dude.
cracking me up talking about Butterfly the other day, and I was like, I know she's
Colin
joking.
lives for that
This
song.
I'm
is-
not.
this is the only time I've seen it on vinyl.
I've
This
never
is
seen the
incredible.
12.
There
That's
you
amazing.
go.
Oh my God.
I have the 7. I've never seen the 12.
I am so jealous, and I'm going to be on Discogs after this because I didn't know there was a 12 of that. I'm
Like
going to
I
be so
said, I
annoying.
just love that era of vinyl. It's so fun. Like every time I find a dumb little song like that, it just is so exciting to me.
You need to meet our friend Alana Rabin because I feel
Yeah.
like you guys would
Yeah.
definitely. It's like same music vibes.
Yep.
She runs this account, which I can't say what the account is because
Okay.
she's a secret mod. But
Yeah.
Okay, send it to me, please.
I'll send it to you. It's right in line, and you're going to be like, of course, yes.
All right,
But,
all right.
No, you guys are like two peas in a pod, though.
Yeah.
Oh, yay.
Yeah.
Where does she
And-
live?
She's
New
up in New
York.
York.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
And if you haven't already, you should definitely meet our friend Jessica Who as well.
Oh
who
yeah,
is
Okay.
that's a
for
good
it.
call
Okay.
too.
Oh, she's in your neck of the woods.
She's
Jessica-
down south. She's down
Oh,
south.
yeah. Okay.
She's in
cool.
Florida.
And Hollywood.
Yep.
Or Fort Lauderdale.
I think she's in
Okay,
Florida.
Okay, yeah, that's like South Florida, kind of near Miami, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Okay.
same vibe for
Yeah,
sure.
that's
She
good.
throws an emo night. So
Cool.
it's I will
Real good
definitely
people.
I'll link you with them for sure
Real good
after
people.
this.
Awesome, thank you.
So I'm thinking about this situation that happened to me the other day, and I wanted to share this with you guys. I was DJing and I ran into an issue, and I want to know how you guys would handle this. I'm plugged in, okay? I'm DJing, and I forgot to plug in my charger for the day for my computer. So there's one plug into the wall, there's a full PA plugged into the power strip, and there's my controller, and there's no open port for my charger for my computer, and I have 20% left. What would you guys do?
Oh,
I'm still on a primitive MacBook, so I don't.
you have to plug in.
I can't. Yeah.
There's no-
I don't have that
20%,
luxury.
it could be one song.
No, that's why I had to that's why I shut off the video here because I had to plug in my computer on this one too. So yeah, I wouldn't know the feeling, Colin. So I'm out of this one.
Yeah, the
Okay.
idea that you could forget to charge your computer is wild.
Yeah,
I
that's
just
not
bought a
a
new
thing.
MacBook and I'm
Yeah.
like still on my old shit where I'm like, oh my God, I have to plug it in.
Yeah,
The new one lasts for like 12 hours.
I
just
know,
didn't
it's
I
charge
wouldn't know.
mine.
I
Yeah.
would never know what that
Okay.
feels like.
Okay. So mystery feeling. Yeah,
Okay,
mystery.
so
Yeah.
I feel like I would, if I was in a jam, like had to do it, I would unplug one CDJ and just rock doubles.
So I'm on a controller.
Mm.
Oh, you're on a
He's
controller.
on a controller.
Fuck.
Yep.
So the only
controller.
option is to stop the music?
stop the music or unplug the PA
Uh,
or part of the PA.
I
no,
have an idea.
I
Okay.
would put in I would set up my dongle.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
I would set up my dongle that way.
Into the
What do you
PA.
mean?
My dongle into the RCA, into the other master channel.
Yeah, I would plug my
And
phone.
then play through my phone.
On my phone.
Until my
Yeah.
computer charges.
No, I mean all of the outlets are taken though, so I would still.
But
So
your
you're
your
just
master.
gonna have to DJ on your
Oh,
phone.
even your master outlets are taken too. You only have one
Yeah,
master outlet.
everything's
Oh,
yeah, because
there's not
it's
an
all plugged
outlet.
in.
Oh.
There's no out, like the power strip is full.
Oh,
So
so you put it through the damn. Colin.
Okay, so what'd you do?
What the fuck,
Yeah,
bro?
what happened?
Because this is terrible radio of us just fucking coming up with terrible ideas.
So
Yeah, him just saying no, that's not gonna work either.
I finished with 5%, but
Oh,
you
so
know,
you kept
like
playing.
the DJ filled in for me, and he was like, "Let me go use the restroom before I have to hop on," and I was like, "Hey, make it quick."
No.
Yeah, no.
We already went through the route that you have to take to
You
get to
can-
the restrooms, right?
Yeah, you can do that here. I don't care. Like, I need to switch over.
There's
You
a
know.
bot.
Yeah, here, take it. Yeah. So,
Here's the bottle I use.
Here's the bottle I'm gonna use if my computer dies. Like,
Oh my
yeah.
God.
So I finished with like 5% left, but I realized there's like not really a clear situation here because the wall outlet is taken with the power strip. The power strip has four ports that are taken for the controller, the sub, and then the two tops. My only idea would be to unplug one of the tops and
you
lose
unplug the
part of
sub.
this.
You unplug the sub. You
Or
take
go
out
to
the
the
low.
sub.
I would say the
Take out
sub
the
is
low.
probably the least impactful.
Yeah, take out the
Yeah.
low and then
And just
bump
play
up your
highs.
low. Bump up your low on your EQ.
That's
Yeah,
an option. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It was
I
all
hope
bad.
that
that's the only thing I would do.
Yeah.
I always bring one extra power extender. Always.
Yeah.
I never would have
Smart.
thought.
Yeah, I always have one extra one in my bag.
I keep
Like
extra cord length, yeah,
Yeah.
because it can just be so unpredictable. Like even a place that you play all the time, they could be like, I don't know, the outlet's not working today. You know, like you
Right.
just
Right.
Yeah, I guess if you're at a gig where you have to bring anything other than just a laptop, like if you ever bring a controller or a PA, like it makes sense to just have an extra surge protector or an extra some sort of like extension cord.
Mhm.
I
Or
like
you
to
can-
show up really unprepared for all situations by not having anything ever.
But here's
Love-
the thing,
Asking the
Colin. You
bartender, "Hey,
love to
can
travel
you-"
very light to gigs.
I do.
I was gonna say I'm the
I show up
same.
with a tote bag.
Yeah,
so,
yeah.
That's
yeah.
nice.
So
Yeah.
I do give you that.
Yeah.
I was
Because
gonna
me,
say
on the
I
other
travel
hand, I'm
so
like-
lightly these days. I don't have like I luckily none of my gigs I have to bring anything other like every gig has gear.
Mhm.
But on the occasional mobile gig I do get, I'm like, fuck, I need to do a checklist because I will completely forget something.
It's so much. I've forgotten crucial cables.
Same.
before. Like I've got everything except this one thing.
Yep.
And man, the last time it happened, it was the cable that goes from the controller to the laptop. And I was just like, how did that one slip away?
So
And
you got
then
everything except
Yeah.
the USB.
my boyfriend, well, luckily I get to my gigs quite early just because shit happens.
Same.
And my boyfriend happened to be there and he drove back across the bridge into St. Petersburg from Tampa, got my cable, came back like with a smile on his face. like,
Mhm. Shout out.
so
That's a real one.
Yeah,
That's a
yeah.
real
yeah.
Shout
one.
out to the partners that will smile through the bullshit.
Yeah.
There's
yeah.
a lot of DJ bullshit.
Yes, there is.
The only other option, and I've been there before, is you have to ask them if they have a printer. Is there a printer nearby where I can use the USB
The
cable?
USB cable. Yeah.
I love that the Serato cable is also just a printer cable.
Yeah,
Amazing.
yeah.
It's amazing.
They thought so far ahead on this program, but when it came to the cable, there, it's like, I don't know, dude. Do you have a printer nearby? I think that should be able to work.
That'll be fine.
I imagine like asking a bartender, like, do you have a printer cable?
Yeah, yeah.
Or just whoever's there. And they're
Yeah.
like, what? I don't know.
Is there an
I'm new
office with
here."
a printer? I need the cable.
No chance. Yeah. I saw something posted that I also wanted to open up for discussion for the floor. Um, it was posted that if it's already a poppin' artist, if it's an already established artist, that the DJ is not possible of breaking a record for an artist, like breaking it for the clubs, if it's already poppin'. And I wanted to hear your guys' take on that.
If the song is already popping, it's not
If
possible.
if the artist is
Oh,
already
if the
poppin'.
artist is already popping, then the DJ can't break the record.
Yeah, like there's no like the DJ's not breaking a record because it's already a bigger artist.
I
I
disagree.
mean,
I disagree because you see Trav always going to club. Drake, they'll go to clubs and they'll even Kanye with Vultures right now.
Right.
You know, I feel like they're breaking those records in the club right now just to see how they're playing and how the crowd is responding to them.
Right. I don't
you
know.
see those clips, but I feel like it's almost like sort of like a press release type deal,
I think that's how they're
as
breaking
opposed to
records
like
now.
breaking a
Yeah.
record, as opposed to being like,
I just think that's the new way of breaking the record now.
yeah,
You know?
because it doesn't feel like if it was raw, like a DJ, like a Funk Flex type situation, where Flex is the first one to have this
That's
song,
radio though.
and he's playing it. I mean, but he played like the Tunnel too,
That's
and
true.
so they would drop songs like that, and they like the first time hearing it, and you play it 5 times a night in the club. I don't think that is necessarily a thing. I don't know, because like,
Here's the clip. Here's the clip for some context here.
He played a Nicki Minaj song. He's not breaking a record because she's already an established artist that people want to hear the record.
Well, he's not breaking an artist. He's breaking a record. He's breaking the record.
He's introducing a record.
I feel like he's introducing the best record off her album. Okay, I like
That's
that.
just
yeah,
me.
I like that. As a participant that has done it, I feel like I'm introducing. We're talking about Nicki.
So as a DJ, you're still
You're
allowed
talking
to.
about a known
As a DJ, you can
celebrity.
still break records,
Yes.
no matter what level the artist is
Poundtown
on.
to me was broken.
Can you break a Beyonce record?
No,
Why?
because she's Beyonce.
Because
it's Beyonce.
That makes no sense whatsoever. Nicki
literally
Makes
just
no
the same
sense.
thing. Like that,
It makes no sense.
Right.
you can't say something and then be like, okay, but does it apply to this artist? No. Why?
Right.
Because it's that artist.
Right.
That
I
doesn't.
feel like that's
Right.
common practice in Atlanta too, though, because a lot of like the biggest rap songs that came out of Atlanta were played at Magic City first.
Right.
period.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The more I think about it, the more I'm on your side, Trav. Like, somebody has to play the song first.
Yeah.
Right.
Like
Gotcha.
it's inherently going to get broken. It's just the way things work. Like,
I mean, I feel like I don't break records, but I feel like I am one of the
pretty early
DJs
on.
out here that will play a record right when it comes out. I've been
You're
known to
pushing
like,
things forward.
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, Colin,
So I
Yeah.
think that's
Colin, we've done that with Drake. You know, we done a whole
I did it
Thursday
with
night of the
Weekend
whole
the
album.
Hills. I bombed the dance floor with the Weekend the Hills for so long until it actually fucking popped off. Until it was the biggest song of the night, you know, and I was like, where were you guys? You know, and it's we've all done this though. We've all had these songs where we're like, God, not to be like I liked it before it was cool, but like I
sometimes
was
it
here,
happens.
you know, and the dance floor wasn't receptive.
Right.
So I think there is some sort of merit there in being like, hey, this is like why you're up there. You know, this is why you're doing this job.
I've
I
seen
feel
a
like, yeah, go ahead.
I've seen it. We have another friend that's done the same thing. I can't think of the song right now, but played a song when it first dropped. Nobody cared about it because it was too new. Fast forward 2-3 months later, it pops off, and now the dance floor. It's a midnight song. You have to play it at peak hour.
Mm-hmm.
I think I saw a tweet not too long ago that was along the lines of, you know, I was playing this tempo, this song, all these, you know, this lady was having a good time. And then I play another song, same tempo, same range, same key, whatever. But she doesn't know the song and she gets pissed. She's like, play something I can dance to. He's like,
Same
this
thing.
has all the
Yeah.
same
Yeah.
ingredients. And she's
Yeah.
like, I can't dance to it because I don't know the words.
Right.
Right.
And I think it's such a stupid thing. Like of course you can dance to it.
Yeah.
You don't need to know the words to dance something, but I get what she's saying. Like, I only want to be excited about songs that I can sing along to. It's the lowest common denominator, but I
Yeah.
think that applies to new music as well. It's too new. I've never heard this.
Right.
Wait
Yeah,
till I've
yeah.
heard this
Yeah.
before
Yeah.
you pop off with it at midnight.
And it sucks because
So
we're like saying, "Yo, you're hearing it right now."
you're hearing it right now. Like, just trust it. It's fun.
Yeah.
Dance to it. Like, I wish people would just let their guards down, like the
Mhm.
olden days where DJs had control and you just trusted what they
See,
play.
that's why you got those smaller spots now
Yeah.
where I feel like you could get away with that more. Whereas you can't. I feel like you can't
do it if there's a
in
dance
big
floor,
clubs
though.
now. Yeah.
For the most part.
Do the crowds want you to play something they haven't heard though?
It depends on the spot,
It really
right?
depends on the spot.
No.
I think in
Yeah,
dance
yeah.
music, dance
Maybe like
music loves
Boiler
that.
Room, like something like Boiler Room and stuff like that,
Yeah.
where they would want to discover more,
Yeah.
or have those big moments of being like, that's a big moment right there. The whole crowd went crazy.
Mhm.
But if
Well,
it's a working gig, probably not.
Working
Right.
gig,
Probably
no.
it
Right.
needs,
Like,
it needs
to
to
be
be
honest,
like
no.
right down the middle.
They don't
Yeah.
even like edits. Like so I
Play
I
the
think
original. Yeah.
play the original. Like, don't mash up, don't play an edit. Like, I
Don't
don't feel
get
like
the remix.
like, don't get too tricky. Don't play the remix.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I think with dance music though, most dance music, like not like the mega clubs like XS and
Yeah.
and those type places, but like, like a legitimate house spot or techno spot or bass spot, like they're big on IDs. They love hearing tracks that they've
Mhm.
never heard before.
Mhm.
So they'll be like, oh, straight IDs, like that's a big thing. So like
Mhm.
Right.
in that genre, yeah, but when it comes to like top 40, it's top 40. Like
Right.
Yeah.
if
Like
it's
there are
too
some
new,
gigs that it's like 3 for me, 1 for you.
Yeah.
And there's others that
Yeah.
are 3 for you, 1 for me.
if
Or
any for me.
Yeah. Yeah.
4 for me, all of them for me.
Yeah.
I want to see the side by side on the pay too, where it's like, here's how much the 3 for me pays, here's how much the 3 for you pays, and it's
Dude,
like,
yeah.
ooh.
Yeah.
Grim.
Ooh.
I felt when I played at Dante's in Miami, I felt like that was a 3 for me, and that paid very well. I really
Yeah.
liked it.
Shout out.
Shout out to Rich. Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah. Those spots are kind of few and far between though. It's the
Less
perfect
so.
storm.
They're popping
Yeah.
up. I feel like every city's either got one or got one in the works at this
Yeah.
point.
Dante's feels like the mecca of
For
cool
sure.
shit right now.
And it smells so good in there.
Mhm.
Does it really? No one's brought that up yet. It smells great in there.
It smells amazing.
Okay.
They're like burning Palo Santo and something else, and
Like
there's just like
non-champa.
really expensive liquor being poured, and it smells amazing.
I love it.
Awesome.
I
They're
love
like
it.
rich girls with nice perfume.
I
Yeah.
love that.
Do we think that the product of these kind of places is because people are so exhausted with hearing the same thing?
Yeah, I am.
Yeah.
I wish there was somewhere like that around here.
Yeah.
I think eventually there will be, or hopefully I'm providing that in some way. But yeah, I mean, I feel like there are certainly more places that need it than others. Somewhere like New York, it seems like every other bar is that kind of spot.
Mm.
But I feel like, yeah, people just want something else. And I think that the younger people like Gen Z and whoever's after them, Gen Alpha, I think they'll want more stuff like that too.
Yeah.
Because everything is just so saturated and homogenized now. And it's just like, I can be logged on Instagram for like a short scroll and hear the same clip of the same song like 10 times.
Right.
People don't want that. Or like they'll figure out that they don't want that. Eventually it will become very stale.
Mm-hmm. Because outside of the cash tip, the biggest props, the biggest achievement we could receive is someone Shazamming the song, right? Like if you see someone Shazamming the song, you're like, I'm doing my job.
Yeah.
This is like a win.
Yeah.
And obviously the flip side is somebody putting their phone in their face and be like, I wasn't Shazamming the song, I'm requesting this song. And you're like, all
Asking
right,
you
well,
to change it.
yeah, fuck me. But yeah.
I'm trying to tell you to stop.
Yeah,
Yeah.
stop. Enough with the Six Flags music. You're like, all right, fine. Yeah.
Yeah, do you have
Or
love
more
track?
Six Flag music.
More Six Flags music, yeah. But I feel like we've gotten to that point though, where people maybe don't want to go out because they have what they want at home musically. Like
Mhm.
the house party is coming back around for the younger
Yeah.
gen. The listening, the sitting around, the bullshitting, much more like, oh, I'm paying to get in and stand up and I can't sit down anywhere. And
Right.
like, comfort's more of a factor now, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like
Yeah.
having all of your favorite music in your spot. I don't need to bother the DJ. I don't need to wait in line for a drink. If I am even drinking, with Gen Z,
Yeah.
it's like we talked about that, I don't know.
Oh yeah, people don't drink like they used to, and especially it seems like a lot of the college age kids like don't even want to start, and like that will, if it hasn't already, make a huge difference in everybody's experience going out for sure, whether you're behind the bar or in the booth or just going out trying to find people, like there will be people that are not there anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I think the easiest, like the biggest change has been the bottle service.
Mm.
Um, I started working in that industry as a busser at these huge clubs, like right at the tail end of the boom of bottle service, and seeing it go from like over $1 million in sales in one night to watching a decade of that starting to trickle down to people being like, okay, they were right, it is wasteful, and bottle wars is stupid, and there's
Yeah.
still people that do it, but it used to be like at its peak when it first started, it was like Leonardo DiCaprio coming to the club and just just wants the hot girl, so he buys the table, and that was kind of new. And then rich guys who are dorks
Mm-hmm.
but can afford to buy bottles were like, oh, that's what it takes, money. Like, I think now it's just like, okay, that's not even a flex. Like, it's corny. Anybody can do it if you can afford it.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
But
Mm-hmm.
now, so like bottle service being this like huge commodity is kind of like getting played. And now I'm wondering where we're gonna go from there. Like, where is the money gonna come from?
It's cringe, right? Bottle service is like kind of cringe now.
Especially if you're buying a bottle at a place that's like not a mega club.
Yeah.
Like, if you're at I don't want to shit on anybody's money that listens to this podcast because make your money, but
Yeah, and
buying
spend
a
it how you want for sure.
spend
Yeah,
it how you
for
want
sure.
to. And if you're a person that makes your income from bottle sales, like by all means.
Yeah.
But it is kind of cringe, like when you're the only bottle in the place.
That would be embarrassing.
You know what I mean? And you probably spent the most money, and it's like you look like a herb now. Like you don't
Yeah.
even look cool. So
Yeah.
it's not what it used to be. Like getting a presentation, a bottle presentation at a dive bar looks crazy. Like
Yeah, everyone's so
getting a
miserable
bottle
too.
presentation at a place with 10 tables is
It's like when they come
crazy.
out singing happy birthday, you're like,
Yeah,
Yeah.
give me the bottle.
yeah.
And the girls
And
look.
if it's
the
not
girls look
expensive,
bored.
it's like, oh my God.
They're tired of it. The servers are like, here it is.
Yeah.
Like congratulations. Whatever.
Like the
But-
big clubs
Here it
won't do
is.
presentations unless the bottle is like of a certain price.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So like you can't buy like a bottle of Tito's and get sparklers. You know what I mean? Like you got to buy
You gotta bring your own.
champagne.
Right.
Like if you
Right.
buy, so if at a certain spot, like there's 10 tables and you're buying a Tito's and you're getting sparklers, you look corny. So I
Right.
don't know. I just feel like nightlife in general is changing.
Mm-hmm.
The young generation, and then that's the other thing, the music. Like we've kind of been hanging on songs that work, but new songs don't really work either.
Exactly.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
It's a
Yeah.
weird transitional period that I'm very confused by. How many
If there-
times, I'm sure we've all seen it, where get a young kid being like in on what you're doing, and you play one song and they're like, all right, next one.
Right.
Right.
As if you're Spotify
Right.
and they
Yeah.
should be able to change your song.
Yeah. Oh shit! Hold on. Sorry. Yeah. Like if there's not a next gen of music coming in, this could all just turn into retro clubs.
Mm-hmm.
That's what
Yay!
it feels
Okay
like
with it.
everything is.
I'm very okay with it.
For us,
Let's
we're all
go.
open. We're all
Yeah.
in.
Yeah.
Yeah, give me New Jack Swing all night. All
Give me
night.
Oh,
5
yeah.
hours of disco. I'd like,
until that clientele quits coming out, and then we start to see crickets. And
Yeah.
we're like, there wasn't a rollover. We didn't have younger people behind them ready to get in. And you're like,
Mhm.
no, they're not really interested in that.
Yeah, they don't want to stand in line and like have looked up and be looked up and down and like have their outfit checked, like all the stuff that we've seen before.
Right.
Yeah.
And you know, obviously it's better that like that's not as much a part of the club culture, but I
I
just
want to
feel
bring it back.
You want
Uh,
yeah, the door guy being more
I
selective.
I
want
miss people getting dressed, I will say
Yeah.
that.
That's
Yeah,
what I mean.
yeah,
Like
yeah.
I think nightlife kind of needs that like bit of bullying that happened
A little
back
bit
in
of
the day.
gatekeeping. Yeah.
Gatekeeping is
Cruel,
important.
but
Not
yeah,
cruel,
like
but
gatekeeping,
like
like, see if do you really want to be here? You know?
yeah,
And
like
that's
are
kind of like
you
how the record collecting was for me. Like, well, do you have it or not? Like,
Right,
straight
right.
up? Like
And
there
now we're
needs to
seeing
be a little
everyone
bit of
rush to get those records too, by the way. Like there's an interesting little gem here where we're seeing a lot of vinyl people popping up and being like scrounging and paying 5 times as much as what the record's worth.
Yeah.
yeah.
I think gatekeeping keeps things important to a
It
certain
does.
extent.
I think
It
so.
does.
It-
Gatekeeping doesn't
like,
always have to be negative.
No.
Right.
And
as
I
long
think
as it's not
nightlife
on
used to
some
be that way.
misogynistic shit or some
Yeah.
racial shit or some like class divide shit, then yeah, like let's
Yeah,
keep
that
keeping.
version of it. Because that's also
Right.
very true in nightlife. Like it's notoriously misogynistic and notoriously racist. So I don't mean in the way of like, let's change the dress code so black people don't come.
Right.
Or you know what I mean? Like, I mean in a sense that's like,
No,
are you just
look
cool enough to be here?
better.
Act
Yeah.
like you
Like,
give
are
a
you
shit.
just cool
Yeah.
enough to come in? Because if
Yeah.
you're
There's
not
nothing
cool
wrong
enough,
with
we
a
don't
dress
want you.
code. Like,
Yeah.
there's nothing wrong with a dress code.
No.
Nothing. No.
I don't want to be business casual in the club again.
Well, and maybe
But
like we don't want
I don't want
like
sweatpants.
culture tourists coming
Right.
in and seeing something that we treasure and are protecting, you know. I
You
don't
can't come in
want like
cargo
a
shorts.
culture vulture.
Right.
Or like, yeah, we don't need like frat boys at the like, you know, at the party. I
Yeah.
mean, sorry, frat boys, but you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
something that's like really exclusive, like it's exclusive.
Mhm.
Yes.
We'll exclude
Mhm.
some people, the people that
You can't
are
have
just gonna come
exclusive
in and fuck our
without
bodies.
excluding some people.
Right, because we're prioritizing
That's the
we're
definition.
prioritizing like
It's literally
people
yeah,
that should be here. I don't know. I
100%.
hope that doesn't sound shitty.
No.
No,
Not at
I
all.
just went on this
It
rant not
does
too
sound
long
mean,
ago.
right? But it's like I feel like we all know we're all on the level.
We're still talking about Studio 54 to this
Right.
day because it
Yeah.
was like that. It was the mecca of nightlife. It was the mecca of night clubbing. Like the era of playing, like I remember like talking to people even up until like the early 2000s where they were like, there were songs that didn't play on the radio, but only played in the clubs.
Right.
What the fuck happened to that?
Right.
Really.
Like that's not even a thing anymore. I mean, obviously we're in the streaming era, so every song is available, but it's just nightlife being its own thing is kind of gone because we're willing to take anybody that's willing to pay. And not everybody that's willing to pay is cool. So we end up with a lot of dorks in the club putting their
Right. It's
phones
like
in
the
your
micro
face.
trends. They're like, oh, well, I want to be goth for 2 months. Like when there's people who dedicate their whole lives to that or something, you know, and there's just too much dabbling.
A lot of
Just,
dabbling.
you're in or you're
Hella
out.
dabbling. Yeah.
Blood in, blood out.
Yeah. Yeah.
We're dabbling.
Dabbling
Die for
going
this
on
shit,
out
dog.
here. You better be dancing in line before you get in the club, or else I don't want you in there. Like that's it.
But for real, I love everyone. Everyone come to my gig. Everyone pay me. Everyone share me on Instagram.
100%.
Yeah.
That part.
But since
part.
that's not the case, every come through.
Yeah, good to see you. Yeah, get that
This is all
phone out of my face.
hypothetical, like one
Yeah.
love.
Yeah,
But we do all belong in the club and we all belong in the record store, period.
We do.
that's true. That's the truth.
Facts.
That's the
I
gem.
like
right
that
there.
quote. That's the quote.
I think that's the quote right
That's the
there.
quote.
Jayda, let people know where they can find you on socials and any projects you want to push right now.
I'm on Instagram as @AmericanSquirm. I have a website, jayda-abello.com, where you can see some art that I've made, learn a little bit about me. I've got some links to my mixes and also an event calendar. And you can also book me from there as well. And tune in to my show, VG Plus, every Sunday afternoon, usually around 3 p.m. EST. And you can catch that on Mixcloud too if you can't make the live broadcast. And gosh, what else is there to say?
How's
Oh yeah,
Mixcloud been
doing
for you, by the way?
what's it done for me? It's just more space on the internet.
No, has it been good for you? Because
I
we
think
we,
so.
we went on Twitter last week and we were talking about how Mixcloud hasn't been working for a few DJs. So
I don't see it as something to work for me. I'm just trying to, I guess it works for me in that I have examples of my work, which I didn't have on the internet otherwise. And then I also have just my name written somewhere else. So that helps with my SEO. That helps people find me. So just as much as if I can get on the internet as much as possible, be it podcast, blog posts, Mixcloud, anything, it all helps. So it all helps the cause, which is to get me rich.
Fuck yeah.
that's
It's like a digital portfolio. You know, you have the website, you have the link to the Instagram, everything. You're like, here's some mixes too. You know, this could be mixed at your place.
I like listening back to it. I like listening back to it. I like finding other DJs. I don't know. It's just been good for me to have this thing to do every week because like the discipline of it is making me stronger, and I think I'm improving like a little bit every week. So it's been good in that way.
Oh yeah.
dope.
That's the whole goal. That's what we've been trying to do with this podcast, and just 1% better every year.
Yeah.
Every
that's
year.
what
Yeah. Jayda,
my
thank
goal
you
for
so
this year is
much.
to learn to DJ.
Fuck
Yeah, exactly.
Fuck yeah.
Us too.
Dude, same.
Yeah.
Damn.
Jayda
Thanks,
Abello, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so
Yeah.
much.
Thank you so much.
We had a blast talking with you. Next time you're down in Florida, make sure you check out Jayda. Go follow her on Instagram. Peep the website. Stay in tune with her calendar, and go hear some new music. We're tired of hearing the same old shit.
Yeah.
That's the big takeaway from all of this. Jada's gonna play you some new music wherever you're at, and yeah, you're gonna hear some new shit. So we'll be back next week with a brand new episode and another surprise guest right for you. Same place, same time. Until then,
Peace.